Hi, and welcome back to my series, Lessons from Ramayana. Today, we will talk about one of the greatest wise men, Vishwamitra, and his journey from a great king to becoming a Brahma Rishi. During a course, we'll also learn few important lessons from the journey of this great sage. However, we will talk about these learnings in details towards the end of the story.
Vishwamitra was a Kshatriya, a warrior by birth. He was an able king, a fearless warrior, and was liked and respected by his people. Once, while Vishwamitra was on a tour of his kingdom, listening to the complaints of his people, he came to wise man Vasishta's shelter. He was amazed to see the calmness and peace that surrounded the place. The spring was in full blossom, and all animals lived together in harmony. The king wondered where all the richness came from in this forest hermitage or a shelter. On being questioned by the king, Vasishta told him that all that you see is because of the fortune of my calf Nandini, who was gifted to me by Indira. The king, on hearing this, thought the calf Nandini will be more useful to him and his kingdom than the sage. He asked the sage to give him the calf. The sage politely, but in a very straightforward way, refused the offer. The king got offended by the refusal and ordered his soldiers to forcefully seize the cow. By the yogic power, the sage brought forward his fierce warriors to defend and protect his cow. The king's army was defeated and was advised to go away with the words of advice.
This incident made the king very angry and left a big impact in his mind. He realized that the power obtained by tapasya was greater than mere physical might.
Vishwamitra went to Himalayas and offered tapasya to Lord Shiva. Pleased by his tapasya, Lord Shiva blessed him with powerful weapons and made him master of every weapon. Swelling with pride, Vishwamitra straightway attacked Vasishta and his ashram. On the contrary, Vasishta faced Vishwamitra calmly along with his Brahmadanda, the holy staff. To Vishwamitra's surprise, all his weapons, including the most powerful weapon of all, Brahmastra, could do no harm to Vasishta and his Brahmadanda.
Shocked with this, Vishwamitra took an oath to become a Brahma Rishi like Vasishta and went towards south to perform a more rigorous tapasya. Despite of the tapasya for many years, Brahma blessed him with the position of King Rishi. Vishwamitra was disappointed, but he was committed to achieve the position of Brahma Rishi. In between all this, once a king Trishanku, who was deserted and cursed by Vasishta and his son, approached Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra immediately took pity on Trishanku and agreed to help him. This was Vishwamitra's greatest weakness. He was impulsive and easily overpowered by emotions like anger, sympathy, and love.
Vishwamitra conducted yaga to send Trishuka to heaven in his bodily form, but was rejected by Indira. Vishwamitra again lost his temper and used all his power to create a rival Swarglok, Trishika Swarga. But on request of gods, he converted into a constellation, and Trishuka was suspended midway between Swarg and heaven. Vishwamitra's biggest failure was his anger, and many a times because of his curse to innocent people, he lost his yogic power achieved through tapasya. This is also one of the main reasons God were hesitant to award him the title of Brahma Rishi, despite of his rigorous tapasyas. Instead, Gods sent apsaras like Menka and Ramba to tempt Vishwamitra and break his tapasya, in which at times they succeeded. However, Vishwamitra was committed, and after many attempts and undergoing many rigorous tapasyas, he finally pleased Brahma and achieved the title of Brahma Rishi from Vasishtha himself.
The tale of Vishwamitra teaches us two important lessons that we can cherish for life. One, Vishwamitra was emotionally imbalanced. We have seen this in various events in his life, that he very easily lost his temperament, which was one of the biggest hurdles in the path to achieve the title of Brahma Rishi, despite of his capability and rigorous tapasya. The second lesson, despite of multiple setbacks and failures and so many hurdles in his path, Vishwamitra was determined and committed to achieve his goal of life. This is why the gods had to willingly or unwillingly give him the title of Brahma Rishi. In today's modern world of increased communication, increased social pressure, familial pressures, economic and educational pressure, it is very easy, even for the most composed ones, to have an emotional outburst. Now, since we know that emotional outburst can have a very negative impact on a life, it is very important that we learn to manage them and learn to behave in a calm and composed manner. Here are the list of things we can practice to control our emotions.
Exercise. It releases chemicals like dopamine in brain, which gives you pleasure and makes you feel better. Be kind. It helps you stop worrying about self. Be open and accept what is happening around. Learn to appreciate what is happening and stop excessive criticism. Talk to others. Spend time with others and enjoy their company. Distract yourself. Watch TV, read, play games, play music, etc. This will help you forget your temporary feelings. Don't give up to negative thoughts. Challenge your negative thoughts by trying to find positive in what's happening. Spend time in open. Science has proved that being in fresh air, especially around nature, is helpful in calming oneself. Being grateful. Thank people for doing good to you. And remember it. Notice the good in life. In short, count your blessings. Play on your strengths. Do things that you enjoy and are good for you.
Another important lesson that we learned today is to always have a never give up attitude like Vishwamitra. It is the only thing that will bring success in the end.
I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. For more such lessons, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Igniting the Young Minds with Kamlesh Pali, and my blog, Igniting the Young Minds. See you soon. Till then, stay blessed, stay wise.